There was a new regulation that was changed? What's going on here?
Well, what's going on now is the Trump administration's ended what had been a long-standing requirement for a number of nonprofit organizations to disclose their donor list, especially the names of donors who give a lot of money to their organization. And this list would go to the Internal Revenue Service at tax time. So that's a big change, and it's especially a timely change with the midterm elections just a matter of months away.
Yeah, so the change is now the charities don't have to send the list to the IRS?
They do not have to. And I mean, and this has it's got a lot of people very conflicted because, in some cases, you want to know who political candidates are getting donations from, whether you are for these candidates or whether you are against these candidates. You want to know, if they're being manipulated or if they are being driven in any way, shape, or form by any donations. On the other hand, maybe you're a member of an organization, maybe you're a member of a church that, and I'm just going to use this as an example, that supports abortion rights, and your church donates to Planned Parenthood. Well, there are some that say that should be confidential information for a number of reasons, including security reasons. So this is something that's got a lot of people divided.
Yeah, so if I want to give money to the Sisters of the Poor, the Sisters of the Poor as an official charity have to disclose their donor list to the IRS.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Now,
not anymore.
If I give money to the Sisters of the Poor, can I still write that off as a tax deduction?
Absolutely. It doesn't change how you benefit or not benefit from the deduction. If you're going to donate money, you can declare that on your tax return. This is just the list that organizations have to give to the IRS of people and organizations of whom they have received donations.
Now, there is also a law that says you're not allowed to take money as a candidate from foreign entities. If a foreign entity wants to set up some type of political dark money charity to tell me how bad my mayor is, some foreign entity can give to a charity and then use that money to take ads out on my mayor?
Basically, yes. And that's what's got a lot of people outraged over this, is they're saying that, while there are some good things to the anonymity, there's also, definitely a nefarious side to this, and this is exactly what they're talking about.
Yeah, and this was just a regulation change, right? This wasn't a law change.
No, it is not a law. It's a regulation. It's an IRS regulation, which, has been on the books for a long time.
Yeah, interesting. And that's sort of been lost in all the news that has come out this week.
Yeah, it really has. And again, you've really needed a flow chart to keep up with everything that's been going on this week, and some would say that the timing of this is not coincidental at all. This kind of just slipped under the radar.
What's to say that I just tell the IRS that I gave Sisters of the Poor $1 million in money and then write that off on my charity? There's no paper trail to prove that I gave the money to take the write-off.
No, there isn't. And I mean, and this brings up another question. I mean, fraud, taxpayer fraud, tax filing fraud. You better hope especially if you have a substantial tax return, may not be a time to do it by yourself anymore. It may be time to bring in a pro.
Jerry Albinger, did you put that face on your Twitter account yet?
I haven't yet. I'm going to do it today.
Jerry,
that's what you told us early in the week. All right.
All right. I'm going to do it today. It'll be a nice picture, I promise.
All right. Have a good weekend. Thanks for the phone call.